Well, businesses are entering 2025 with a lot of uncertainty. Just in the over last week, we've heard Kohl's closing down stores, Macy's as well. On a national level, none of the local stores will be impacted, but the number of retail store closures hit an all-time high nationally last year. And here in the state line, local businesses some of them have locked their doors for good.
Yeah, I got the chance to speak with business owners and leaders about how they're engaging to make sure businesses thrive here in the state line. For nearly 4 decades, the Williams-Laird Fur Company has dressed Rockfordians in fine furs and minks. But this year, its doors will close for good.
Rockford's been very good to me. I've lived here most of my life, and I have to say thank you to Rockford.
Chris Laird and his late wife Eva founded the company 38 years ago, starting out at Cherryvale Mall before moving to Edgebrook in 2011. Over the decades, fashions have come and gone, but their customers' loyalty has never gone out of style.
It's funny, to see the reactions of everybody that comes in that I haven't seen for a long time, and you build friendship over the years. So it's tough.
As Laird retires from the fur business and moves on to the next chapter, he isn't alone. 2024 was a bad year for major U.S. retailers. According to Coresight Research, more than 7,300 stores closed. That's an increase of 57% from the year before. Small businesses were hurt by the highest inflation in 40 years. But the Greater Rockford Chamber of Commerce wants to lend a helping hand.
Retailers have certainly been very hard hit, right? We've all seen the changes in consumer behavior. The number one reason that people lean into a chamber is for networking.
CEO Angela Larson says with innovations and changes happening across industries, forming relationships with businesses in different fields could make the difference between a neighborhood shop staying open or closing.
We do a lot of direct networking, i.e. introducing people to exactly what they need in that moment to grow their business. If we can all have a better understanding of what our business community is saying, we can definitely use that to build a stronger economy.
While one door closes for the fur company, Laird says it allows him to open another.
There's always change. Change is good. At the time it's bad because, I'm closing, for instance, but a new adventure will happen, and then you open a new door and something positive comes out.
Embracing new opportunities in the midst of transition. Larson and Laird both say the best way to help businesses thrive in the small business community is to shop local as often as you can and also connect others with businesses for products and services they may be looking for.
The fur company's last day open will be February 28th. And merchandise is now 50% off.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.